Greetings! This is a Lambe Dolls tutorial on making a child's Afro wig. You'll need an old knee-high stocking, some yarn, some thread that matches the yarn, a 3.75mm crochet hook, a needle, 3 pins, and your sewing scissors. You'll also need to remove the hair from your doll. Now, take up the stocking and cut off the elastic band at the top. Then cut the band into 2 equal pieces and set one aside to make another wig. Fold the first piece in half with the right sides together and then backstitch at the bottom edge about 1/4 inch in from the raw edge. Stitch along the raw edge a little less than 3/4 inch deep and then turn and come back down in between the first line of stitches to make a nice secure seam. Tie off your thread and cut it, and then stitch across the top of the wig cap with the same running stitch. Turn, come back in between the first line of stitches as before. Only this time, when you reach the end, pull up the thread to gather the top of the wig cap. Backstitch to secure your thread, and then tie off the thread and cut it. When you finish, it should look like this. Trim off the excess from the top of the cap and turn it right side out, like so. Find the seam at the back of the wig cap and then position it over the back of your doll's head. Secure the cap with a pin in the center back and at each temple. Doesn't hurt your doll at all. Now, we'll cast 3 yarn loops onto the back end of the crochet hook. And position them next to the center seam. Bring the needle from the underside of the wig cap up through the 3 loops and then take a stitch in the cap next to them. Come back through the yarn loops and make a stitch in the cap on the other side. Cast on 3 more yarn loops and then use the same sequence of stitches to attach them to the wig cap. Trim off the excess tail from the first cluster of curls and continue stitching curls onto the lower edge of the wig cap. Eventually, you'll run out of thread. When you do, cut the needle free, make a knot, trim the thread close to the wig cap, rethread your needle, and bring it up from the underside of the cap again. Continue attaching curls all the way around the lower edge of the wig cap. Then cast on 3 more loops and attach the next cluster of curls just above the first row, using the same sequence of stitches as before. Should look like that. Keep stitching curls in concentric circles around the wig cap. Then fill in the bald spots using the same technique. The sequence of stitches is not complicated, but it will take 2 to 3 hours to complete the wig. When you have attached the last curl, cut off the yarn, cut the needle free, make a knot in the thread, and trim it close to the cap. And there you have your Afro wig. Watch for more Lambe Dolls tutorials on making adult-sized Afro wigs. See you soon!